How's it going? Just going to do a quick product review of the Fluval AquaVac Plus. I got it a few months ago off my partner for Christmas, and I'll go through the various things that come with it, how it works, what I think of it. Hope you enjoy. Right, so in the box, obviously you get the unit itself, which looks great, but unfortunately it isn't that great, but I'll get to that in a while. So that's the unit. Also comes with this tubing you could use to do a water change. There's an area you connect this to on the unit where you can basically use this to siphon it out of your tank. Comes with these polishing pads to help catch more smaller particles when you're vacuuming. And finally you get a bit of an extension for it, like so I have the smaller one on, you just replace it with this one. And to be honest, I'll never use this even if I had a huge tank, because the suction this unit isn't very good and it just works better with that. So just to briefly to talk about the unit itself, it's completely waterproof. I have it set so all the waste comes in here and the water comes out here and the waste gets trapped in the sponge that's in this compartment here. Alternatively, you can switch this over and connect the tubing I showed you a minute ago onto here, and you can siphon out. But as I said before, the suction of this is really poor, and you know, unless you were doing a very, very small water change, I would not recommend using this to do a water change in your tank. Get yourself a water changer if you do big water changes. I definitely recommend that. And cleaning the device is very easy. Like, you just pull off this part here, and inside this you can take off both ends. So you can take off both ends like so, and you can see the sponge is inside in there. I'm actually going to take it out right now because I could actually do it cleaning it. You just slide out the sponge, give it a rinse, and then slide it back in and pop on the two sides, and it clicks back onto the unit itself quite well. And that's it then, basically ready, good to go. It runs off a battery, and big old battery goes in the bottom here. I don't even remember how I opened that now. But big battery just goes down into the top part there. And so I use it quite regularly, and as I said, the power isn't great, but I haven't seen it reducing anyway, so the battery life does seems to be pretty okay. It has lasted a few months without having any effect on the performance. Would I recommend this unit to anyone? No, definitely not. And if I had bought this myself, I would have been really pissed off that I wasted my money, but my girlfriend got me it for Christmas, so you know, for me it is useful, but I wouldn't spend my own money on it. And the reason why I say it's only useful for me is because I have a bare bottom tank, and it does pick up the waste in its own kind of way. Like, all my waste all the fish waste kind of gathers over at this side of the tank behind that sponge. So it only takes me maybe a minute to just go in and suck it all up. And it makes it handier just to keep the tank looking clean instead of having to do water changes all the time. Like, I didn't reduce my water changes at all when I got this. It just keeps the water cleaner. But I wouldn't just use this instead of water changes. Definitely not. I can't test it on gravel obviously because I don't have gravel, but I would not fancy using this with gravel because I couldn't imagine that it had the power to suck up to kind of turn over the gravel very well. I'll give you a quick demonstration now to show you I cleaned up. I didn't clean up my tank in a couple of days intentionally just because I knew I was going to be doing this video, so I can show you guys I suppose how quickly it sucks it up, and you'll be able to make your own assumptions looking at how quickly, but I think you'll find that it really is quite poor and quite slow at sucking it up. So imagine if you had gravel, especially if it was pea gravel or bigger gravel. Like this wouldn't even move. Like so. Right, I'm just gonna pause it there, and I'll come back when I'm ready to show you the device in action. Right, okay, so I've kind of put this in this is the right side of my tank, and it's kind of where my flow is kind of at its lowest, so it's really actually handy because all my waste gathers here in the whole tank really, and it makes it really easy to clean up using this device. So for me this device is useful, but you'll see now it really has very, very poor power. So you shove it in, and then always shove it in and then switch it on. Don't switch it on then shove it in, because the impeller can't run dry. So now it's on now. Oh, I've done the wrong option. Now, sorry, I had it on the water change option there. So this is what I do, is I go up along. And you can see there, it's not picking up anything too fast. It does pick it up eventually, and it does go up. But you can imagine now if you were trying to shove this into substrate of any kind, it really isn't going to have any great effect on it. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to looking at using a siphon and seeing the power that they generate. But this is basically it. You can see it does eventually go, like, but I think the power in this is absolutely terrible, to be honest. And I'm going to leave it there because I'm not going to bore you by showing this whole process. As I said, I do this almost every day, or pretty much every day actually, after feeds especially. And sorry, my young lad is in getting all involved, but yeah, I do it kind of after feeds. It's useful, so usually it wouldn't take me this long, but since I'd have to go a few days, there's a bit more mess to be cleaned up. As you can see, like, even the bigger lumps of waste, it can't even pick it up. But anyway, I hope this helps, and if you're thinking about buying this and you're watching this video, I'd say don't. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.